HMV Fitness and Wellness is my brand, my company. It's basically personal training via online or in person. For now, because I'm slowly building up, it's mostly in person.
Okay.
Site's going live soon. And then I offer, because I have an educational background in holistic nutrition, along with going through an online program, precision nutrition, I also offer like a very wholesome, holistic approach to dieting and eating healthy, rather than being one of those coaches that rely on macros and all that craziness, right? But in terms of personal training, I offer a balance of strength training via weights, kettlebells, keeping it functional and all that. But it's weightlifting, there's some cardio, there's a balance of everything. I really try to preach, based off what my clients' needs and goals are, I really try to preach that we keep it balanced between cardio, strength training, mobility training. But my main perspective as a coach is I'm not just there for the physical aspect. Of course, that is the primary goal. We want to reach a better physique. Yeah. But the other thing I really preach is like, let's see where your mindset is on session 1. And then let's say you sign a 10-session deal. Let's see where your mindset is at session 10. Let's say you only lost 5 pounds, right? And the goal is 8. But then your mind is in a better space. You're positive. Let's say you came with me with maybe anxiety, depression, whatever it is, something with your mindset, and you come leaving a new person. Then we both know that I succeeded as a goal, as a coach, and you succeeded as a client.
When did you decide bodybuilding was your fit?
So around going from 8th grade to 9th grade, I actually started just lifting weights. My dad got me started because we were planning on wrestling in high school, so it was strictly for sports in the beginning. However, like I started realizing like throughout my freshman year and especially my sophomore year, not just the physical changes I was experiencing, the muscle I was gaining, the differences in my joint health, my mobility, but I started noticing that my mind was becoming stronger. It was kind of interconnected, mind, body, right? That's why I always preach. And so around junior year, towards the end of that, going into senior year, was when like I just recognized that my exercises really lined up with like a bodybuilding format. My number one inspiration was someone from the Bay Area, health and wellness and a bodybuilder, Jack LaLanne. He's a pioneer for Bay Area fitness, and he was always my idol growing up because I just knew him because of my parents, because they grew up watching his fitness show.
Makes sense.
So senior year was where I was like, it's not necessarily about the physical aspect. It was more so about being hungry and having the mentality of like, society labels me with a disability, so I want to use this as a platform where if you just put your mind to it and you really put your heart into it, you can achieve anything physically, mentally, and spiritually. So that's when I kind of decided that bodybuilding was my main fit. Fitness was already in my life for those 4 years, so why not take it to a very specific category of it, which is bodybuilding. And most recently was when I decided, I'll set a time frame to compete. I'm really excited about that because I think that's going to be something big for me. That's going to put a lot of things on the map, and it's going to showcase, especially to the public, that like just because you're counted out by a lot of people in society, just because you're labeled or you're put in a different category, you could still achieve the same goals as the per se everyday person. So it was around senior year where my love really was maximized for that, and just blessed that I found it. And with time you just slowly find out what you love doing, and this is my passion. It's not just a hobby, this is my career. So just really blessed to have an opportunity to be a bodybuilder and show others the right path. Especially for me, I want to compete because I have a physical disability, cerebral palsy, so I think it's much bigger than me. It brings awareness to the community as a whole, and I think it's going to be something that's super monumental for everyone, able bodies and people with physical disabilities.
Marcelo Fit Factory, as we talked about it earlier, is based on having fitness fitness industries being able to collaborate with one another. You know, one fitness industry can kind of coexist with another and pretty much develop something new. So with bodybuilding, how do you see, you know, Marcelo Fit Factory being able to provide you with that kind of, you know, platform for you to find someone else that you can collaborate with?
Well, that's a great question, and I strongly believe in what your company is based for, intertwining multiple categories of fitness and bringing it as one. Because at the end of the day, I think the one common goal in the fitness industry should be, and is unfortunately shifting away from that, but it should always be health and wellness. So any type of movement, whether you're surfing, dancing, bodybuilding, playing basketball, like, that's still going towards the one common goal, you know, health, wellness, and longevity. So for me, the way I see it working out, especially through Marcelo Fit Factory, is I could apply my methods as a bodybuilding coach and a bodybuilder myself to someone who, let's say, is a basketball coach, right? And they need their athlete to jump higher. So there's certain exercises that I preach, that I teach, that I educate about, that we can implement into an athlete's program. And really, the way I kind of view bodybuilding, besides the mentality of it too, is like we really got to break it down like bodybuilding. So either way, if you look at it in that perspective, you're building the body. So it's one of those categories of fitness where, like, unfortunately, a lot of people think they're all like mass monsters and you can bench and squat. But really, any exercise that's building the body is bodybuilding. So it could be applied to a basketball coach, a football coach. It just depends on what their clients need and what my clients need. And like, as a coach, we come together and we use this platform to create a plan, like what I was saying, like certain exercises that a basketball coach could give me for a client, certain exercises I can give like a surfer who needs core strength. So those exercises I can apply to them. It's just really all about seeing the wide spectrum of the industry. Ideally, a lot of my clients that I train in person contact me via Instagram, hmv.fitness.wellness, but when the site is up, which will be hmvfitness.com, that will be a link to my email, and the email is, I'll have two different emails, but to make it very simple, it's my first name at gmail.com, Huanshedo@gmail.com, HuanshedO, and that is another effective way. There's something called the law of attraction, speak it into existence, right? But then there's something called wishful thinking. And the difference between law of attraction and wishful thinking is, law of attraction, you want to speak it into existence, but you back it up with the hard work. Wishful thinking is just all talk, no work. So we got to put in the work if we want to reach our goals. And that's what I'm here for. Is I'm not a general, I'm not there to hold your hand, I'm there to motivate you, to push you, and to guide you.